Hello, everybody. I have to admit, I'm late because I have some pressing issues, a financial crunch. So, once again, we have to do what we have to do by slaying dragons out here. And welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. What are we going to talk about tonight? It's the AI boom. Nvidia trying to help you get rich. Is that what they're trying to do with their 10-to-1 stock split? Or there are other splits along the way? Is it the artificial intelligence boom above and beyond Nvidia? You should think about that as well. But we're going to start it off by talking about Nvidia and stocks. Equities are assets. Are they assets that pay us? Well, if they give dividends back, there's one way. If they start splitting 10-to-1 and they keep splitting like Apple, like Nvidia, and Tesla, that does come in handy for you. You get to win, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again, everybody on podcast as well. Stop struggling now, gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. And once again, please share the videos because you never know who you're going to be able to try and help. You never know who's not even looking for help, but they run across the video. Once again, smash that like button, please. Give it an upper piece, an uppercut, a one piece. Why? Because the YouTube gods, they don't like showing the channel. So therefore, you can help show the channel. I mentioned several ways. Share the video. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, click the all notification bell, and a lot more by making comments in the video section. So who made comments first? We welcome Yahweh J into the house tonight, a real estate investor and a great person. Met him at the SSN Lifestyle Music Festival. He came with his wife, beautiful as well. Great people, great humans. Thank you so much for being here in the SSN Nation. And he brings his tagline tonight. Hello, SSN Nation. Hope everyone is doing well. Received a notification, saw the trailer, and he did smash that like button. And once again, welcome Yahweh J to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. He has that icon next to his name, which I humbly appreciate. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm over here in the sweltering heat of the Dominican Republic. It is no airflow. Nothing's going on. It rained today. That did not cool it off. Now I know why I'm not supposed to be here in May, June, July, and August for sure. But I'm here right now, slaying dragons, trying to make some things happen. So once again, let's get into it real fast. We're going to do Yahweh J's and a lot of other people who invest in equities. We are going to talk about Nvidia. That is the hot stock. Just so everybody understands, June 7th is the day they do the 10-to-1 stock split. So what are you looking for right now? Are you going to buy before the stock split? You can make comments down below in the chat rooms, or are you going to wait till after? Now, there's something very interesting happening today, and that means the stock price increased. Can you believe that? That is pretty serious when you start looking at things. Pretty serious. We have Victor Marrero in the house, a soon-to-be retiree. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with the icon next to his name, which I greatly appreciate. Another investor extraordinaire in the stock market, in the real estate game. And he brings his tagline this evening. Hello, all. Let's do this. And that's what we're doing. We're trying to get this out for everybody to see. Felix Cruz is in the house tonight as well. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And he says it simply, SSN, let's go. That's what we do. We have to let everybody know. When you start talking about 10-to-1 stock split, it seems like a lot. But when a stock goes from $63 from just 3 to 4 years ago, over $1,100, you might want to take notice. It's the AI boom. Why is Nvidia special? Well, we're going to talk about that here. Why are they so special? Check this out. Let me see. I guess I'll accept this. This is Nvidia's own newsroom. Financial resource for first quarter fiscal 2025. This just dropped about a week ago. This is what happened. Record quarterly revenue of $260 billion. That's why the stock keeps rising. Up 18% from Q4. Now, remember, it's Q1 is January, February, and March of 2024, all right? So everything is up, looking good. Look at this other marker. Record quarterly data center revenue of $22.6 billion. Up 23%. So see, the stock can go up some more. And now when you go year over year, 427% from a year ago. 10-to-1 stock split, as you can see, effective June 7th. So what does that mean? Everybody who buys or owns the stock by about June 5th or 6th, then that, when it gets recorded, it's going to split 10-to-1. So if you have one share, you will now have 10 shares at about $110 to $120 is what I'm anticipating, because the share price right now is $1,100 and some odd dollars. So there you go. Quarterly cash dividend raised 150% to 1 cent per share. Okay, that's funny. All right, so they're giving their shareholders 1 cent per share. That's cute. Not really necessary, because the boom is in itself. Now, you guys have to understand. Some of you were thinking that Nvidia is just some chip company. Well, when you start really understanding what artificial intelligence is, let me give you an example. I'm going to have to do something right here real quick, because I got to cut the AC on. I've been buying Nvidia since it was $400 per share. I keep buying every day for DCA. I do plan to buy over the split next week. Tesla is ordering billions in microchips. Exactly, Victor Marrero. Who are they ordering from? Well, it could be Nvidia. It could be AMD. It could be TMC. Semiconductor companies. Remember 3 years ago, we were talking about that's the space you needed to be in. Remember? If you weren't here, then I know you're going to say, Eric, I don't remember. But we were talking about this because it was going to be an expansion. We did not realize Nvidia was coming out with this AI super chip, and a few other companies are also trying to get their super chips in order. But all the chip makers' stocks have increased pretty much. Nvidia's has done remarkably well over the last 3 years. They're going to continue to do remarkably well. I'm on the Nvidia website. In fact, let me put this link down so some of you can read. I like to give everybody the opportunity to read for themselves. So it's not like just my opinion. You can gather up your own opinion. Now, here's something of importance. And this is what is a revolution. All right. The next industrial revolution has begun. Artificial intelligence is already here, already working. I don't know about you, but I've had several AI interventions. What do I mean by that? For instance, I received or had some business with PayPal. All of a sudden, things got rejected, or I can't even remember the instance, but this is about 6 months ago. And the representative said, artificial intelligence locked my account or locked up money transfer, whatever it was. They could not even undo it manually. I had to wait until the AI procedure, which was 2, 3, or 7 days, I can't really remember, released it. I couldn't believe my ears. I was like, are you sick right now? You're telling me you can't override because the AI is actually allowed to actually scrutinize accounts? That was just the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. Terminator here. So I just want to give you guys an idea of what's happening. So when you're used to cloud services, if anybody knows about that, Amazon, for instance, was one of the big players in cloud services. Artificial intelligence services for electronics, computerization is also going to be data as well. So there's going to be centers for artificial intelligence, and guess where they're going to be getting their chips for the next foreseeable future, mainly from Nvidia. I'm just letting you know this is what to expect. So if they're saying, which is Nvidia's own newsroom, so you kind of got to take it half with a grain of salt when they're talking about, but they're correct about the next industrial revolution. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this, because here it is right here. Victor Marrero's chiming in that he has been using and buying Nvidia like we were talking about before, and he's doing dollar cost averaging up. Nvidia price target continues to increase by institution. New targets of late today was 1,500 per share. AMD said today they'll keep up with Nvidia. So AMD is also a must-have for long-term. Yes, we were always talking about AMD, Nvidia, TMC. These are all stocks we talked about 3 years ago. If you would have been around the SSN Nation 3 years ago, then you would have benefited greatly. Mr. Financial was already on top of it 4 years ago in 2020. He was talking about it then. This is when it was in single digits by all of these companies, 60 something, 70 something. Even AMD was around 30 or 40 bucks at the time. They're no longer that. All right. Everything has went up about 10 times. It's out of control, quite frankly. So it's going to continue to go out of control. So are you going to be getting rich based on this? A lot of people got rich from Apple before. You might have another opportunity. So once again, you have to consider this right here. Now, let me make sure I put this. Yes, I did put the news in there. So let's just keep going. I'm not going to keep going over the fiscal numbers because we went over the ones that mattered the most. And here's the data center. Here we go. See this right here, data center. Nvidia Blackwell platform to fuel a new era of AI computing, a trillion parameter scale. This is serious right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is what all the, here's, look, announced TSMC. Here we go. One of the companies we talked about back in the day, they're still here. And this is one of the companies that we were talking about you should have. There's like 4. We talked about all of them 3, 4 years back. Are going into production with Nvidia. That's correct. Everybody's partnering on top of Nvidia chips because Nvidia has the powerful chips right now. And see, here we go. Expanded collaborations with Amazon Cloud Services, Google Cloud, Microsoft, and Oracle. This is what I was just saying about the PayPal situation. The artificial intelligence is going to be used on their services. They're piggybacking, which enhances, well, unfortunately, some people are about to get laid off. But all I'm trying to say is you have to understand where the playing field is. All right. First quarter gaming revenue, 2.6 billion, down 8% from previous quarter, up 18% from a year ago. The gaming portion is going to still increase. All of this is going to increase. It's going to keep going because corporations and the hedge funds, they're buying Nvidia. All right. They're on the stock market. This means the big boys are going to get more and more Nvidia, which means the price target of 1,500 is not unthinkable. In fact, you have to pretty much buy Nvidia. They're trying to make you rich. This is one of those rare opportunities. 3 or 4, TSMC, one of them. AMD, another one. Nvidia, another one. And don't forget your YieldMax ETF fund so you get some dividends, ladies and gentlemen. NVDY, Nvidia. All right. So that's just for starters. That is just for starters. All right. I didn't want to get too far off the chart, off the track, but I just want to show you again. The link is down below so you can check for their numbers. All right. It's not about numbers at this point so much as it's about getting in at the right time. The right time, sure, would have been 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Getting in now is like Apple getting in later in Apple when all of a sudden they do 10-to-1 splits, 7-to-1, 4-to-1 splits, like Tesla splits. And those who got in early was able to just keep their money, and then another split would happen because the stock rises so fast. This is what's going to happen, I believe, when the stock rises after this 10-to-1 split. After we have $150, let's say $111, $100. I always caution everyone when there's a split because there's so much excitement. In other words, leading up to the split, people are buying the shares based on it's going to split 10-to-1. I tend to like to wait 72 hours, 48 hours after the split. Because after the split, sure, there's buyers, but now so many people purchased during this week, for instance, that on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, the price may be below the 10-to-1 split number. And it happens oftentimes. It's not 100%, but I won't be buying till next week personally, after the split. All right. Just so you guys understand, I always put my money where my mouth is. So that's what I'll be doing. I hope. I'm having a little financial crunch over here. People are holding funds from me. I'm slaying dragons, like I said. And once again, this is another reason why I normally don't do business with other people that control the cash flow, because we always have a little problem, especially when we're talking about thousands of dollars, not just 1,000, not just 2,000, not just 3,000, not just 5,000, not just 10,000. We're talking about 5 and 6 figures. All right. So again, this is a serious problem that I'm having right now. So that's why I actually came on late. Nvidia price target increases, as he said. So once again, Brian P., another investor extraordinaire, is here. Mr. Dividend, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And he has that icon next to his name, which I humbly appreciate. And he says, hello, Eric, as his tagline. I hope all is well with you. Hey, man, we're not doing well, but it's all right. They're trying to make the mean come out of me, but it's okay. We still making it. All right. Hope all is well with you. Hello, SSN family. Did you see the emails? Yes, I did see some of the emails. And we have a lot to talk about regarding some of those emails because of the situation at hand. I'll talk about it in a little bit because Nvidia is on the top of the market, and Victor Marrero has just announced the YieldMax ETF. So go to yieldmaxetfs.com. VD is on fire also, from $23 per share now at $30 plus per share, and paying over $1 per share per month. What could I tell you? Now, $1 per share per month is $12 a year. $12 a year divided by 30. Somebody might want to do that math because that's what it is. In case you don't understand how you get your return on investments, whatever you buy, whatever you receive as part of your profit, in our case, it's $12. Let's just say it's more than that, but let's just say it's $12. You divide it by the stock price of 30, 40% return on your money, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe it? Plus an appreciation in value. I love it. I love it. So not only do we give you Nvidia news, how do you like that news, ladies and gentlemen? How do you like that one? You have some other way to get dividends every month from the same stock, an underlying performing stock. All right. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, I'm going to actually, let me see. I had something else as well. I like this one article that was here because there's a lot of people who don't invest in stocks. So you have to go looking for information sometimes. It's a simple Google, but welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Vanessa Comagate, the seamless genius, is here, ladies and gentlemen, with that icon next to her name that I humbly appreciate. She's been in the lab. She's been cooking up a special sauce that I can't talk about right now, but she will enlighten us down the road. She brings her tagline. Hey, boss and SSN fam. Happy Monday. Miss y'all. We miss you too, seamless genius. But I know what you out here doing. Data is the new oil, says Gray Fox. You got that right. It always has been, quite frankly. But now it's in overdrive because now AI takes away from hundreds of people being in the mix, in the office, manually doing something, and it automatically does it in the cloud, automatically does it on the chip. It's out of control. That's what's going to happen. Terminator is happening now, where chips are going to be able to think for themselves without you. It's going to be scary times. Data is the new oil. Gray Fox, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. You are 110% correct. All right. I heard Chipotle is splitting as well. Another one from Gino Shimiente from 3 years ago. That is also done well for the SSN Nation fam. Once again, she is right. Oh my God. I've been in Disney burnout. Yes, Disney burnout. I know you had no choice. You have that new deal. You got to do the Disney burnout because you want to expand. You want to do the SSN Nation takeover. So I understand that totally. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell if you like what we're talking about. And also, if you'd like to become a member of the channel, please do so as well. You know, some of these guys, you guys who have these emojis, these special icons, you know you have a few special emojis that nobody else has. You got to look. I'm just saying. One of the perks. I'm going to add some more next week. All right, for our 5-6 year anniversary. All right. So we'll talk about that later. But nonetheless, let's move into still Nvidia. We got to talk about, a lot of people don't understand. They're new to stocks. They're afraid. Make sure you get your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull if you haven't already. They've been out for years, but there are still people who have not bought, or you don't even have to buy. Just download the software for Robinhood and they give you one free share of stock. Download Webull and then make a $1 deposit or more, and then you can get 5 to 10 to 12 to 15 fractional shares or shares of stock. Depends on the promotion. All right. She says the magic words. How's it going in the DR, boss? Well, I have good news and bad news. SSN takeover is trying to be in effect, but apparently we have dark forces trying to block the effect. So I've become a broker here, which means nobody can stop me. But then with one of the broker companies, I asked a simple question. This is just one, not all. I've only signed up for 4. My 4th one today, Zolia at Zabella Beach by our friend Rosa Rodriguez. She's the actual master broker. I'm in love already. I can't wait to show you when I get the info. So stay tuned over the next few days. Zolia at Zabella Beach. I mentioned it before, Moon Palace. But it's not going that well because we have enemies. Can you believe these guys are taking heart to this? He talked bad about us. That's right. He said bad things. It wasn't bad. It's because you guys are effing up out here in the DR with these projects, making people wait an extra 2, 3, 4 years. Why shouldn't I talk about it? We have people here in the SSN Nation that signed up, but they're taking it to heart. We don't care about him now. He's been talking bad about us. That's what's going on out here. So we have some monetary situations going on, and these guys aren't releasing funds. So I'm staying here a little bit longer, trying to do some rock'em sock'em robots is what it might come to. But nonetheless, we still out here slaying dragons, but we still have to do what we have to do. So that's how it's going out here. The SSN Nation takeover, they didn't like how I was trying to take over. So I'm finding out people are actually blocking. And shall I say there's one company right now? Let me ask you something. I asked this guy a simple question. Here's what I asked him. I signed up with the company as a broker, and I said, hey, how do you treat when two agents or two brokers work together and they decide that they're going to split commission? Are you going to send each person their commission separately? Or are you going to give it to one person so that one person has to go traipsing and tracking down the individual to give them their money? Simple question, right? He sends me back a message that said, hey, do you work with somebody at our office already? I sent him back a message. That's not the question. It's funny that you ask me a question when I'm asking you, what do you do when two entities agree to split commission? You send them each their separate commission, right? And he says, like I said, oh, do you work with somebody in our office? I'm like, mother, I said, you're part of the problem. Yeah, somebody at your office does owe me money. That's why I asked you the damn question, punk asses. So this is what I'm dealing with out here. All right. So all I can say is, except I'm not really like that though. See, you guys, like I said, I used to be this nice, sweet guy, cultivated for 20, 30, 40 years. Now they're trying to bring out the dog in me. And I'm about to F some people up right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to get a little nasty after about another 3 or 4 days come, because I'm going to have pressure. So therefore, I'm going to have to start effing people up and blasting them. If they were whining before, don't let me start naming names and whining some other people around my little wrist, because I'm coming if you guys keep messing with me out here. All right, that's a threat, by the way. That's a threat. All right, let's go. So that's how it's going out here. Quite frankly, I'm getting pissed as I'm talking about it. Vanessa, come again. Welcome back, says Victor Morrell. Chipotle is splitting 50-1 effective 18th of June. That's a must-have also. Gino Chimiente, wherever you've been, CMG was like the golden ticket as well. And Nvidia. All right. That's a must-have also. So many goodies, feel like a kid at the candy store. And guess what's even better? The interest rates have not come down, so the skyrocketing rise hasn't happened, because all these guys, these companies, they're not going out here to borrow money at 5, 6, 7% to go buy all this stuff. Sure, they're borrowing interest only. But there comes a point where they can only borrow so much. So that means ordinary citizens, you need to press the button, get some Nvidia, get some CMG, get into the stock market game, get some yield max ETFs, especially NVDY. Come on now. Amazon as well, AMZY. I'm just saying, go to yield max ETFs. You want dividends of 20, 15, 20, 30%, and 40%. You need to go get in now, because the upside is going to be tremendous. All right? If you can. Because remember, 78% of United States citizens during the course of a month live paycheck to paycheck. That means they don't have disposable income, which means the rich is about to get richer. We told you about this. All right? This is the only way you can catch up, ladies and gentlemen. You have to have these opportunities right here. Thanks, Victor, says Vanessa Comagate. You are around the corner from retirement, sir. God bless you. Yep, less than 2 months. He's in there. He'll be Mr. Worldwide. All right, go get him, boss. Stay on their necks. Hey, that's what we have to do out here. We have to churn. And you know what even happened? I couldn't believe the legal department of one company said, yeah, here, we're giving you your money. So they made up fake, I call it fake documents, because they sent me a copy of a wire to my bank account. Little do I know, they took away like 40% of the money. So I said, hey, man, what's going on? This is the wrong amount. This isn't the agreement. So then I'm at their bank, and their bank goes, oh, yeah, it's legitimate, but we can't do nothing about it. I'm like, where's my money? Oh, you got to call them. This is the games that's been played. So now, this is 2 weeks ago. Now, this past week, of course, we have attorneys involved, of course. So now this last week, the attorney says, hey, Eric, they're going to actually send you your money, but they have a problem. I said, what do you mean they have a problem? The lady, their law office sent me a notice saying, oh, we canceled that transfer because it was the wrong amount. Now they're playing like it wasn't the wrong amount. They just canceled it. I knew they were playing games. So anyhow, now he says, hey, man, they tried to transfer the money to your account. And I said, what are you talking about? My account's in the DR. It's not in the USA for international. They have all the information. It was handwritten April 27th. Check that out. I believe that's over a month ago. Then I said, for pesos and USD, I gave them my accounts in the DR. In DR, you can use your app to transfer money, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to wire. You don't have to wire nothing. You can just hit transfer money to a bank account, the person's name, send. So therefore, they're playing games for over a month. It says, we can't send you to the USD. Oh, but we don't know. But do you have a peso account? Aha. I'm thinking, oh, they know most people don't have the peso account if they're American. But I pipe up. Yes, I have a peso account. Which bank you want to send it to? Short circuit. What comes next out the mouth of this person that's supposed to cut the check says, you know, what about this refund thing? Do you have any paperwork? I'm like, you're the legal department. You're the one that said it. What are you asking me for this stuff for? That was not even our agreement. So now I told them, I said, you know, sometimes it ain't about the money. I said, sometimes it starts to not be about money. It starts to be about principle. Don't let me starting to have to blast you. Yes, it was a threat. Because I'm about to blast your ass and forget about the money, punk asses. Don't worry. Sometimes it ain't about the money. It's going to be about your ass not getting some money. Oh, yeah. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get focused. We're back on Nvidia. Not about my issues. At Vanessa Comagate, yes, July 12th is my last day at JP Morgan Chase. So last day I can get you a loan is 11th of July. Getting a little anxious, but ready to open that new chapter around the world. Victor Marrero, come on. You've laid the groundwork. You got yourself some real estate. You got yourself some dividend stocks. You got yourself some regular stock. You have more than 2 revenue streams from real estate. You have retirement money coming in. You have set the standard of the old school way. You've done everything possible. So the rest of your life, God willing, the health, God willing, everything goes well, that you will have a long, healthy life to enjoy. Now, for all those who are growing up later and they started talking about you can't retire till you're 70, well, all I can tell you is you better be getting yourself into the equity market and join the wealthy crowd, even if you can only afford a little bit of money, 50 bucks, 75, 100. I don't care what it is. You got to start. Because if you don't make money without your power, without your engine, without you having to work for it, you're going to be in trouble. The future is not going to be kind to you because Nvidia and companies like this, Amazon, everything is going to be shortened. So therefore, jobs are going to be taken away even more because they can respond faster than you. They already have robots at the Amazon warehouses, UPS and FedEx warehouses, sorting, filing, moving, and they have some people that help. But they're moving faster 24 hours a day without human interaction in reality, but you have to have humans to service it and if anything goes wrong. But you don't need to have 1,000 people in a warehouse anymore. So once they have this going on, which they had for many years, it's only going to get better with AI. You have to understand where this is going. So either learn about AI, coding, procedures, because they're going to need those type of people, or you're going to have to get out the way. Or you're going to have to learn a different way to survive. All right? So we've talked about it for 6 years. But again, I tried to tell you, 3 years, I'm done. All right? June 1st, 2027 will be my bye-bye. That'll be my farewell. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it's over. because at that point, upper middle class wipeout will be complete. All right. It'll be over because after the home prices go up another 50%, that wipes out nearly 75 to 90% of people that will be able to buy a house. Then when insurance prices continue to skyrocket and property prices continue to skyrocket after you buy a house, that's going to tax you even more. So therefore, you have a no-win scenario other than discountlots.com could help because you can buy some land right now. No credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry. And you could get yourself 10 acres, 5 acres, 20 acres and make monthly payments right now. What are you going to do with those? Well, down the line, you might want to have something on there that can service you, like food, water, because grocery prices are going to skyrocket as well. So again, it's a no-win scenario. So you better start planning on if it's 1812. Did you 1812? You know, 1812. Horse, carriage, buggy, no electricity, growing your own crops, getting your own water, fixing your own food. Yeah, I know Americans are spoiled. They don't know nothing about any of that. So you might have to go to that. You might have to go a different route, though. You might have to get some of that solar panels or some of that electricity that's in the air that they don't want to release because then it would be damn near free. But I won't get into that right now. So all I'm going to say is you're going to have a long road to go if you think that you're just going to be able to be a single person that can do something all by your lonesome. You're going to need some help. Community, family, something. Because it's going to be very, very hard, especially when you don't own the resources. You have to order up water. You have to dig a well, maybe. You have to somehow have electricity. Just think about all this, and electricity won't be cheap. Solar panels, $20,000, $30,000 right now, $35,000 after 20, 30 years out. This is ridiculous. You have people over here in the DR, SEPN, electric company, trying to block people from getting solar panels after they charge people an arm and a leg. What kind of crazy is this? This is what we're dealing with out here, ladies and gentlemen, around the world. This isn't a DR problem. It's a United States problem as well. Like if I'm in California and I tried to do my whole roof, they said, I'm sorry, sir, you can't do your whole roof. Well, I'm like, what are you talking about? I can't do my whole roof. Why not? I just want to wipe out my whole energy bill. Oh, no, sir, you can't do that. You have to tie yourself into the grid. We'll take some of that, extra electricity back and pay you. But we're not going to let you cover your whole roof. We can only cover like 60 or 65% of your roof, sir. Yeah, but 60 or 65% of my roof, my house is pretty big. That doesn't cover 100% of my energy bill. They're like, I'm sorry, sir. Exactly. I'm like, well, then what's the point of me spending $30,000 if all I'm going to do is still have to pay $50 or $100 per month? And who knows down the line what that's even going to turn into. So really, I'm only saving. Well, I'm not saving anything. I just spent $30,000. What the hell? You know how long it's going to take me to recoup an average of $450 per month for an energy bill? I'm like, dudes, that's only like 5 G's a year. We know it's going to go up. But I'm like, that's going to at least take me 6 years just to break even. But I'm giving out $30,000. Or I'm getting a loan for $30,000 that has interest attached to it. What kind of nonsense is this? This doesn't even make any sense. And then they're like, oh, sir, there's maintenance required. Wait, what? There's additional money that's going to be due? I just can't put these damn things in and be rocking and rolling? Hell no. You got maintenance. And by the way, these batteries, they don't last forever. These storage batteries, you might have to replace those. How much? 5 G's? To 7 G's right now. I'm just like, hold on a second, man. What the hell's going on? This is not good for me. This isn't good for me. So anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Gray Fox, are you into crypto? No, I'm not into crypto, man. Crypto, I'm not messing with crypto. We used to talk about crypto, but crypto has been an epic failure on all kind of levels. All kind of scammers running around out here, all kind of deals that turn out to be a waste of time, energy, and money. All that money could have been put into dividend stocks and you would still have a return. Instead of people losing $30,000, $40,000, $100,000, just think if they would have had that as a return of $4,000 per month. But no, it's gone. It's in a black hole. Scammers got it. The crypto gods got it. Or shall I say the crypto devil? But no, not in the crypto. We haven't talked about crypto in a while, and I won't be returning to talk about crypto after all the scammery that's happened. Just call it what it is. Sorry, Gray Fox, nothing on your question, but that's how I feel right now. Brian P., smash that like button. That's what we have to do out here, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we happen to do. All right. Wow. I remember you said a couple years and it's here already. Wow. Time goes by fast. Congrats. Enjoy. Exactly. You got to love it. Curtis Davis is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And he brings his tagline this evening. Good evening, SSN family. And by the way, the ABMM, always be making money. That's one of Mr. Financial's quotations. And he's also here in the YouTube street under Chili Davis, Chilly Davis. Go show some love on his channel. He's part of the SSN Nation. Go smash his subscribe button. Go smash his like buttons and check out his videos because he pops them up any day, anytime. And they're helpful information throughout the day that can help you make financial decisions. So you got to love that. And we're in the no guru zone, just so everybody understands here. We don't charge. You can put your questions in chat rooms, just like Gray Fox just asked. We don't charge you for doing any of that. We don't have courses to sell you. We don't have anything like that to do with trying to get your money. We need your money to work for you. And buying a course, reading a book, that's nice. But buying a course, reading a book, you guys know there's artificial intelligence out here, right? You type in the subject matter you want to find out about. That you getting it yet? There's no reason for you to send somebody $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, go get in their mind group and go traipse all over the country and go meet people and do all this stuff and spend $10,000, $20,000. And then you want to be in that upsell. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Mr. Kiyosaki. I'm talking to you. All these guys out here selling these self-help things. You know what's interesting? 40 years of information. 50 years of information. This is 2023. 1973, computers are out. And it's very interesting. Free information all over the place. And yet people are still out here paying people $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, getting upsold for $50,000. This is outrageous. Go do it. But you know what the situation is? The top 10% of the wealthiest own more than they did 50 years ago. That means ordinary citizens are losing. So that means you need to buy real assets, the ones that they buy, corporations, real estate, stocks, not in any particular order. Stocks are easier to buy because everybody can get a brokerage account everywhere now. This isn't like hard. So all I'm saying is all your hard-earned money, hundreds of millions of dollars that are lost every year, imagine if that actually went into buying businesses, went into buying stocks, getting more share of the stock market, where only the wealthy didn't own it, where their ETFs and hedge funds didn't own a large percentage of the stocks. Can you imagine? This would be a whole different world. So anyhow, you got 3 years, ladies and gentlemen. Your window's closing. If you don't have any assets that giving you any money, your 3 years is closing, and that's it. It's over. If you're not going to be making $200,000, $250,000 by 2028, it's game over, because upper middle class will be wiped out. And basically, you're going to be like in Europe zone, where corporations, the wealthy, are going to own inner cities. They're going to own the best spots, best locations. Ordinary citizens can't afford it, so they're going to be living outside in the suburbia area, farmland, because that's going to be the cheapest land, cheapest possible place to live. You heard it here first. 5 years ago, I was saying middle class wipeout. Now I'm saying upper middle class wipeout is coming, because the middle class wipeout is clear. 70% of people live paycheck to paycheck already. 78% of those people live paycheck to paycheck sometime during the month. That's 80% of our population in the United States. Well, it's around the world too. So if you guys think you can sit around and keep playing, keep playing. You better start taking it seriously, because the game is almost over worldwide. All right, enough with the speech about that, because my 6-year anniversary has come up. June starts 6 years, ladies and gentlemen, here on YouTube. So show some love, spread the news, spread the channel. You got 3 years. And I guess that's not 2028, that's 2027. Because I'm officially going bye-bye. All right. I put in my, well, we put in the SSN Nation rules. We put everything in place, and the videos will be there. That's funny. You're staying 2 steps ahead of them. Exactly. Exactly. Eric, are you planning any event at Batu for the December trip? No, I'm not. No, not going to happen probably, because there's situations with this as well. And I'll just say what it is. We had to put up a $5,000 bond for a venue that actually is an event center. But okay, all right. What's today? June 3rd? The event ended the 19th. My $5,000 bond hasn't been returned. So until this gets straightened out, there won't be no event at Batu. I might as well just go to Hard Rock. And not the Hard Rock out at the casino, Hard Rock downtown. I mean, they have the dates open, so I might as well have it there. But the point I'm saying is, it's yet to be determined, because they want to have a meeting and talk about something. I'm like, no, why don't you just wire me my money back? Then we can talk about something. All right? Because right now, I'm not feeling it, especially with all the dirt everybody's doing over here. I'm not feeling no love around here. All right? All these people doing all kind of dirt. So there we have it. Brian P., get their W-9 and report them to the IRS. We're not in the United States. All right, do a 211 form for the IRS and report them, Brian P. That's what's going to end up happening. All right, that's funny. You're staying 2 steps ahead of them. Hey, I'm barely staying a couple of steps ahead. Eric, are you planning an event about 2 for December? Not yet. I'll let you know. But we do have December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th for the SSN Lifestyle Punta Cana Investors Forum. Tickets are on sale for $199 right now. There's only 5 at $199. And then the price goes up to $249. And then the price after that goes up to $299. That's right. That's what it's going to have. Why? Because you have 6 months. 6 months to get it in order. December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Yes, we're going around. We're going to talk to the attorneys. We're going to be talking to the banks. And the banks are going to be more prevalent now, because there's new information that came out. Here's the new information. I'll just make this plain and simple, because we have a lot of people here and we got to talk about something else. I already had ticket to be up there from November 28th. Excellent job, Jay. Yeah, no, as far as music goes, that's yet to be determined. I was going to have the music, but then I was like, wait, I don't have my money back yet. So I'm like, hold up a second. We might have a little issue. So I got to find out how we're going to play. I mean, if we're going to play, I want to know what the rules are. And if the rules are you're keeping money, a bond money, then that means I can't play, because I'm not going to play with money again with these guys. That's how it's going to be. So anyhow, we'll find out about the music later. In fact, I should be finding out sometime, hopefully 24, 48 hours or whenever. But I'll know this time next week. I should know something. if it's going to be at Batu. Batu is pretty sweet, but you know, it is what it is. It's a venue. All right. Which does me no good. I'm paying for the talent. So since I'm paying for the talent, it can be anywhere in reality, right? I mean, come on. Okay, absolutely get those assets ASAP. My daughter's about to buy a mail and more biz. Exactly. I remember you talking about that. That's awesome. Paul Castillo, another investor in the Dominican Republic, another man that's putting his money where his mouth is. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with that icon next to his name. And he says, good evening, SSN Nation and family. Eric, is it Larimar that's giving you a hard time returning your money? No, it's not Larimar. No. Larimar, I just officially announced last week with, well, I don't even know if it's official. I just told the attorney. I said, look, man, I think I'm going to have to get my money back. So then there's talks of get your money back. We got to resell your unit. I'm like, oh, wait, what? Yeah, that's what they pulled. They're talking, oh, we'll give you your money back, but we got to resell the unit. I'm like, who's going to buy your unit when you can't even promote it? Are you serious right now? Oh, but don't worry. I have a front 11th floor front unit that should sell fast, but I don't really care about you selling another unit. I don't care about making profit. I'm not even trying to make profit. Just have it, whatever I bought it for, just sell it. But I don't want that. Just return my money. You're not building anything soon. That's where we're at with them. So no, that just officially I announced last week with them. So I got to go. In fact, I got to go see them tomorrow, quite frankly. All right. All right. So no, it's not Larimar really, but ultimately it's going to be a situation because, like I said, they're not just returning the funds. They're talking like they're going to resell the unit. I'm like, okay, this is going to be cute. So your advertisements that you're putting all over the internet where you're not showing any progress, you're having people buy. I'm pretty sure there's not a whole bunch of people buying. And because of Horizon 1, where it's 250, 270, 280, 300,000 and up, there's only 18 months, 16 months left. So even if somebody decided to put 20% down and you did 30%, which, I mean, 30% on 250 is like 70 some thousand, maybe 80. So you start doing like, in fact, why don't I just, doesn't matter. We'll just do 80,000 divided by like 15, whatever that is. That's $5,333 per month if somebody does a payment plan. That weeds out like damn near 90% of the population who's going to put down 100,000 or sorry, 50,000 and then pay $5,333 per month. And then find out after 15 months that it's not built. And then what? Seriously? So anyhow, that's the way I'm looking at it. That's what's going to happen. Other properties as well, even if you had $150,000 property and you owed 60,000 and you divide that by 14 or 15, 60,000 divided by 15, that's 4 G's a month. And that's 15 months from now. That would be 1 year and 3 months. So that's July, August, September. Yeah, delivery date September 2025. So actually it's 14 months. So actually the payments would be more. It's generous to go 15 or 16 months. You go 17 months, you're still going to be at 3,500 or something. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't do anybody any good to have these timelines of 15, 16, 17 months and have to pay $80,000 to $100,000 or more. Most people can't afford 5Gs a month, 4Gs a month into a pre-construction property, knowing they're going to have to get it financed later. All right, back to Nvidia, back to the chip, back to the AI. It's going to be June 7th when it's going to split 10 to 1. Okay, so what haven't I done? What haven't I done? I didn't go to where I was supposed to go with this Nvidia. We're still rolling with this. Hold on a second. I'm going to put in something different. All right, just so you guys understand. Here's where we're going with this. E. White, he's in the house. Another investor's here. He says, wow, they're moving kind of shady. You got that right. Here's the shady part. Good evening, SSN fam. No, boss, you can't leave. You and Victor need a travel channel next. Exactly. I wish I would have brought my drone. E. White, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with that icon. I humbly appreciate another investor extraordinaire. Good evening, SSN family. I have my ink pen, notepad ready. Thank you so much for that, E. White. Here you go. Thanks, Eric. My wife and I built something special. Me retiring from the Army and now from private sector. My wife retired as a teacher. Oh, he's got that teacher money. Acquiring additional assets on top of pensions was critical. Exactly, because those pensions may not be there 10 years or 5 years from now. So that is a very, very smart move. And Victor Morrell says at Gray Fox, I'm investing in crypto every day, but only Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's it. There are two of the best asset classes in my portfolio. Anything else is very speculative. And Gray Fox, I should have admitted that is the only two that I am in as well. I made that statement probably, I don't know, 7, 8 months, maybe 9 months ago. No more crypto. So that's how it is. Wow, they are moving kind of shady in the DR. Glad you have attorneys, boss. Well, the attorneys, here's the other funny part. The attorneys, remember, here, first of all, it's a weird scenario. The attorneys work with the same people that are the developers, the builders, the real estate guys, the business guys, and they have a rapport with them, and they're Dominican. So now they're on their side of the fence talking like, oh, yeah, man, it's all going to be good. Don't worry. Oh, by the way, man, maybe you should take down the video. What are you, who are you working for? You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, Eric, it must be something in there. Mo and I have some choices to make from the deal we had made for the studio. Hey, man, exactly. Exactly. After that shady ass deal too, by the way. Like I said, here's what happened. E. White won't say it. I'm going to say it. Let's get down to business. We were talking about SSN Nation members. They go to a place. I won't give any names yet because I'm determining. I'm not going to say anything yet because I got some bones to pick with them first. I got to see them first before I start blasting them. Everybody, I see people first before I blast them. I tell them, hey, you don't get this right, we got to start talking. Okay, so anyhow, I'll just say they got SSN Nation members in the house. Mo, E. White. They tell Mo and E. White, hey, if you guys sign up right now, we're going to block another 3 units for other SSN Nation members. So these guys are thinking, oh, this is great. Not only because we could put a reserve down, and then we can make a decision in like 30 days. But we get to block 3 more units at our prices. So then this way, other SSN Nation members can win. Okay. Well, so these guys put down the reserve. They said, right on, we're helping the SSN Nation. Now, when we called the marker due, saying, okay, we have some other people that want to get that same deal, all of a sudden it was, oh, no. We don't have that deal no more. We're like, what are you saying? You said you blocked this stuff off. What are you saying? So it was bullshit? I'm like, that's the way I look at it. It was bullshit then. So I take offense to this. Using the power of the SSN Nation to make you look good, to act like you're doing something, knowing you're lying to us they probably would have never signed up if they knew the situation. They might have, they might not have, but it would have been nice to know that there was no real other units blocked for that same price. So you didn't have to say it, E. White. I'll say it. I can take the heat. I'm dealing with the heat. Victor Marrero, Eric, are you still in DR, back in the land of the survive if you can? No, I'm over here in the DR, survive where you can. All these guys are playing games. Let me tell you something. I made another deal with Adventure Place. Excursion. So what I started to do was I implemented another plan 25. I said, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have 2x4 posters in some of all these excursion places. So when people come in, I'll have them guys sell some units for me. They'll say, hey, call this guy. Or they'll talk about, yeah, that project. What is that? Call this guy. So I started implementing this. Well, I try. So then we get some artwork together. The guy says, I'm going to give you the name of the person that makes these posters for me. So I send them over the stuff. And I said, okay, forward this to the guy so you can tell him this is what I want on the 2x4 posters. You know what the guy says? Hey, man, you need to come with me. I was like, come with you where? It's images. I just need you to forward the images to the guy. So then to see if it's PDF or PNG, whatever I need. But here's all of the PNG and the PDF. So he should be able to size it, and it doesn't fit on the 2x4 board. He says, oh, no, we're not doing it that way. I said, well, what the hell's going on around here? All I have to, never mind. Now, this is my level of frustration kicking in. I couldn't believe what this guy's saying. I'm like, okay, so wait, are you a designer now or something? Because as far as I know, all you have to do is send the image over. So what do I do today? I said, okay, I guess I got to go see this guy. So luckily his right-hand man is there, and I'm thinking, okay, let me stay calm. Let me think there's a lost in translation. So I get in there, and sure enough, the guy starts saying, well, the guy at the place doesn't speak English. And so I'm like, who cares? What are you talking about? It's a 2x4 poster, and I'm sending you images that's supposed to go on the poster. I'm sending you the 2x4, the whole thing. All I need to know is, can he use the PDF? Can he use the PNG? Can he use the JPEG? That's what I wanted to know. The guy should be telling them, which was them, you, they should be telling you, no, it's not good. I need it in this format, or yes, it is good. I need it in that format. What do you mean I got to go there? What kind of nonsense is this? Backwards ass BS. So that's when I realized, okay, so now they're trying to play games with, I guess, be some sort of middleman, maybe charge me more, some crazy nonsense. I don't even know. So anyhow, the guy wasn't there, but his right-hand man, who does speak English a little bit better, was there. And he's like, yeah, man, I'm confused. I don't really need you. It was basically because you guys said you're going to put it in this place. And I was just going through supposedly your friend. But I can go get anybody to do a 2x4, and I don't got to go show up. All I got to do is send an image. What kind of crazy is this? This ain't 1985. I mean, I'm exhausted with this nonsense. Survive if you can. This place is so backwards, it cracks me up. All right, so which DR project are you keeping at the end? If not Larimar, are you getting something downtown? Yeah, okay. First of all, I have not decided what I'm going to do. Reason why, let's get into, if I'm going to have to make a decision to answer your question. I'm going to tell you right now. So depending on what happens, I will be at Solea Beach at Zabella with the Moon Palace Shapur family. That's where I'll be. I love these guys. That's where I'm going to be. Because if I can buy something there, that's what I'd be buying next. Because I know this crap is going to get built. And I know it's going to be off the charts. There won't be any dispute. All right, there we go. Mike went out. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be getting something else now. Depending on, there's a depends. Depending on what happens with Oasis Lake and Vivantia Homes, then I'm going to have choices because I am partial to Caribbean Lake Park, the Oasis Lake. Very partial to that project. And the studio unit would be 210,000, which has the loft, right? That's the best unit. That's going to be the best price. That's already in there. My estimation on price tag is going to be around $300. 290, 280 per night is what I anticipate, especially if you have the all-inclusive package where you can go use the park. And it could even be more. But the ultimate thing is I think it's going to be a 25%. So you're going to lose a quarter plus your HOA. So you're going to be roughly at around 1% after it's all said and done is my estimation. But it could be 325 or 339 a night because you have all the amenities. I don't know, but I'm anticipating around a 275 to a 350 per night charge. I think that's what it's going to be. There's no way to know because it's not going to be built for 2.5 years. First phase, maybe 2.5, maybe 3 years. Who freaking knows? Nobody builds on time unless you're building a regular old complex that has a pool and 3 or 4 stories high without elevators. So we'll see how that works. All right. Did you get those emails? I did get the emails, man. I did receive the emails. So yeah, don't worry about it, man. I did receive them. Okay, so now I got sidetracked again because I'm spouting out some business stuff. Nvidia stock splitting this week. Here's what that means for NVDA investors. 10-to-1 stock split will be completed by Friday. That's June 7th. With the AI chip company shares trading at the post-split price on Monday, June 10th. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. And where I'm buying will be somewhere between June 10th and June 13th. That's all I'm going to tell you right now. At the end of May 2022, Nvidia shares were trading at around $190 per share. But as of the time of this writing this morning, shares are trading over $1,125 for everybody on podcast. Okay. Now, if you're not familiar with the stock split is when a company decides to create more shares in itself by splitting its number of current shares. That's pretty sweet. For example, if a company had 100 shares of stock available before announcing the 20-to-1 stock split, after the split is enacted, there would be now would be 2,000 shares of stock in the company. All right. So 20 times 100 is 2,000 shares. So basically, you don't gain anything. It's the same value. So that's why people buy before and buy after, but generally it's the same value. All right. Just keep that in mind for that day or the next few days, but the price will start fluctuating, right? Like this could go down to 100 and let's call it, if it was today 10-to-1, it'd be $112.50. So then when you would have bought some shares today and it went up like another 1%, let's say, you would have, had another $1, I guess, added, right? So that's basically what we're talking about here. Now, all right, actually, it doesn't mean too much. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. That's because neither shareholders nor Nvidia will make any money off the stock split. All right, so that's what I was just saying. So when it splits, it kind of doesn't matter. It's still 10-to-1. It's the same value. So if you want any information, understand how stock splits work, this helps you out. So this article will come in handy for you. All right, this is what we do, ladies and gentlemen. Empower yourself. Learn, understand. All right, here we go. We got Marino Mahia. Mariano's in the house. Welcome to the Assassination Money Making Monday live stream. And he says, hello, Eric. This is Mariano. Hey, Mariano. He knows the pain I'm going through over here, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, Mariano, you guys might know him very well in the future. because if we're able to pull something off, in fact, we can pull it off because we're going to make the casitas, the tiny homes. Well, they're not really tiny. 500 square feet homes, 600, 700, 800 square foot homes, 1,100 square foot homes. We can do it. And we have the land, says Mariano. So now all we got to do is do the impossible, which is not impossible. What is impossible is always possible, ladies and gentlemen. Now we got to get the civil engineer to give us some renderings, and then we can be off to the races selling pre-construction casitas. Panels, ladies and gentlemen, panels. This means the cost to build is substantially reduced, but the quality of the build, Mariano, he tells me it's going to be top notch. It already exists, ladies and gentlemen, but we're going to be making it our own. All right. So we still have ways to do it. So it's not over till the fat lady sings, but that's something that me, Mariano, have to get on with, ladies and gentlemen. And oh, by the way, I'm very proud of this. I got this today. Mariano, everybody else, this is what you need, a stamp. That's right. My SSN Lifestyle SRL stamp. Now, when you sign documents, you got a stamp around here. It's like it's 1960s up in here. So how cool is that? All right. So we still have things to do, but it's going to be a long road to go. So glad to see you, Mariano, in the house. And we're going to be working together, I think. Oh, no, sounds like a conflict of interest. Yikes. Exactly. It's a conflict of interest. That's what I'm saying. These guys are out, these lawyers are out here friends with the developers because why? They're negotiating with them on the client's behalf. So they have a relationship with them. So if you have a dispute, they're not willing to be like, oh, yeah, we're just going to do a lawsuit. No problem. Because now they're going to have an issue with these developers when they're trying to do anything, even titles coming, whatever, because that's what they do here. It's like they do transactional businesses based on, hey, we'll give you your money back if you take down your video talking bad about us. Okay. All right. You're still garbage. It doesn't matter. I'm like, this is crazy. Gray Fox, forget about an attorney. Get yourself a translator. Hey, man. Hey, you got to have translators. We always have translators. That too, Gray Fox. Got to have, man, it's outrageous. An attorney for an attorney, translators for the attorney. I mean, it's outrageous. James Way, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with that beautiful icon next to his name, which I humbly appreciate. And he says, hello, all. Got the notification. That's good to hear. They not black. They Dominican, baby. Exactly. Exactly, James Way. He recognizes, damn, you're taking your gloves off then. By Moon Palace, you're taking walks to the beach there. Walks, the starting price there. Well, see, that's just it. That's just it. There's only Kana Blue, man. Can you hold on? Let me go pull this up. Because I can't believe I just got in the group today. Rosa just sent me the group, sent me the contract, and it's in Spanish. I haven't even read it yet, but it got me a little bit excited because if I see what the commission is, woohoo, this is going to be off the charts. All right, here we go. Let me show some people right here, Victor Morrell. You're going to be like, are you kidding me right now? Check it out. This is Kana Blue. I'm going to be a broker for these guys. I haven't gotten my, hold on a second. Let me go check something right now. I haven't been able to, okay, here we go. Oh, we got the price list. Oh, we got the drives. Oh, it's almost over. Down goes Zalia. Oh, damn. People are buying it up like hell. Look at this. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. I don't know what the price points are because, hold on, this might be exciting here for a second. What we're going to do is I'm going to do a couple of things. Let's go check this out. Look at this. It started from 178, Victor Marrero. That's not the thing. That's not the thing. I wish you guys, hold on. Let me check something. If you guys could see the overall, I think I'm going to pull up the Google Drive here. Let me see if they have a brochure. If you guys can see the layout, oh, you're about to see the layout. Oh, no, you're not. It's not available. Damn it. The layout's not available. Damn. Damn. The brochure is not available. Damn it. Hold on a second. Let me see. Oh, wait. They might. No, they don't have the layout. Okay. Let me see if I can get. No layouts. This would be cool if you could see it. Okay, let's go with. Wait, what is this? Quinta. Nope, that's not it. So Leah Tower 1. No. All right. We don't have everything. I got to talk to these guys, man. What are these guys always on? Okay, here's the. Oh, all right. Since I'm not on screen, hold on a second. All right. So there's nothing here to really show because nobody does justice. Water's on the horizon, ladies and gentlemen. It's because the way they're going to design this is off the charts. So what I'll do is I'll go over here to Zabella Beach. I don't know if this actually will do it as well, but let's see. Master plan. Let's see. Oh, wait. We got no. Here we go, Victor Marrero and everybody else. This is what I love about it. Unlike Connor Rock, where they put the towers on the golf course, all these guys can see the water if it's open like this. Across the way, a lot of people can see water. Spectacular. All right, spectacular. I do have some prices, but they're selling fast because I see a lot of yellow. But we'll get into that in a second. All right, but that's the picture I wanted everybody to see was this one right here. Ocean view. Ocean views. Across the way, partial oceans, ocean views, ocean views, ocean views. You got to love it. These are like 18 stories high, they say. Something like that. So I like that they didn't put it behind. They put them on the outside. So some people are going to have ocean view. Not everybody, but a lot. These are just going to cost more. The first phase is over here, I believe. All these are going to cost more than the rest. So getting in early is still relatively cheap, but we're going to find out right now. I'm going to show you how cheap it is because I didn't realize they sent me the price list. So let's see what we got here. I haven't even looked at the price list. This is first viewing, and I see a whole bunch of yellow, which means they're reserved. All right. So Leah Tower 1. The answer to your question, Victor Marrero, is starting from 188 on the first floor. Oh, this is escalated. These are, whoa. Oh, whoa. This is wild. Oh, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. This is wild. This is already escalated. Look at this. It's already escalated. You guys see that? 65 square meters is 213,000. That's crazy. It started raining. Feels good. All right. It looks like we don't have this 178 anywhere. This is not good. Pool view, golf view, all ocean views are. Here's an ocean. Oh, wow. Holy smokes. Tower 1, 190 square feet. Okay, that's over 190 meters. That's over 2,000 square feet. Holy smokes. It's too late. 600 and 97,000. Ocean View, look at this. 499,000. Ocean View, all kind of reserves. 61 square meters, 244,000. Wow. Damn. Ocean Views are gone. Almost. Except for the upper tiers. Wow. Of course. Pool View, Garden View, Ocean Views are all reserved. So Ocean View started at 300 G's. And that's 76 square meters. These guys are already in the ozone layer. Damn. Golf View, 195. Wait, what is that? 128. Oh, no. 128 square meters is 429,000. We knew this was going to be upscale luxury, so I guess I won't be getting Celia. My God, the price has escalated already. It's going to be off the charts. But anyhow, that's what's happening, Victor Morel, right there. There you go. Buy the dip, Gray Fox. Oh, and by the way, Victor Morel hit something on the head. You're taking walks to the beach there. Exactly. 194 is the cheapest price, and that's a studio with golf view. Buy the dip, says Gray Fox. He's exactly right. Vic Mariano. Remember, I have a dream. I know, man. Nice. God is going to keep blessing you. Hey, man, he's always been by my side. But sometimes you have to slay Goliath. When you have all the Goliaths joining together trying to sabotage. But it's all right, man. We're still going to make it happen. This is what we do. All right. Anyhow, I'm sad. I'm very sad because this is upscale luxury property that I thought that it just came out because only a couple of people are marketing it. And now I find out damn near 60% of it is sold. And it's not sold at regular prices. We're talking, wow. I don't even know when delivery date is. So we got to find out when delivery date is. Excuse me. Otherwise, this isn't even making any sense. New inventory. Where? Where's the new inventory? I want to see the new inventory. Where? We got to find the new inventory. Just a second. Just a second. I was happy until I actually saw the pricing and hardly anything's available. That's a bummer. It's a bummer. Okay, Celia Tower. Yeah, this is a bummer. This is a bummer. So, I don't know delivery dates yet. So we're going to have to find that out too. All right. Let's go. Let's get out of here. All right. So we'll have to study this tomorrow. Maybe there'll be a video out. All right. Maybe there'll be a video out, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Mariano. Glad you're here, man. We'll see if we can make some things happen. I'm a little bummed out by Celia. I'm really bummed out. All right. Now, back to the good news. Nvidia, 10-to-1 split. CMG, which is Chipotle, also doing a split because their prices have risen. It's good for you. It's good for the company. to get in. Again, my thing is I wait 48 to 72 hours after the stock split. It's just a thing. Just like when an IPO comes out, 3 days, 4 days, I usually wait for those too, because there's usually a dip after the buying frenzy starts for the first 1, 2, 3 days. So I believe the same thing's going to happen with Nvidia, because there is like a little mini pattern. It's not 100% of the time. So if it split today and it was $112.50, and then 3, 4 days later it's 105, 106, it's better to get it 105, 106, right? 107 than at 111, 112. At least you get yourself $5 per share profit wise, is the way I look at it, because it will rise back up. So that's what we're talking about tonight. Make sure you get your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull. The links are down below in the description box. Make sure you get that. All right. Also, if you want to start your own business, that's why I have Opus Virtual Office. If you start your own business, how is it? You're going to use your cell phone, right? You're going to use your residential address, right? That's almost a no-no. You want to protect yourself, then your business should have a different address, a different location, a different phone number. That's where Opus Virtual Office comes in handy. Yes, it costs $99 per month. But what do you get for $99 per month? You get your own phone number. A person answers the phone in your company business name, and they'll transfer it to you or a number you designate or voicemail. How professional. You also will have a business fax number. That's great as well. You'll have a commercial address if you pick an office space. Commercial address for $99 per month. And they report to your business credit for $99 per month. They collect your mail. And the other part is, if you ever had a business meeting, more professional, if you had an office, you can rent the office by the hour. So what's wrong with $25 to $45 per hour? Nothing. It's pretty cool, right? That helps out. And because Opus Virtual Office is around the country, United States, that means if I'm in LA and I need an office space or a meeting space, I can go, hey, Opus Virtual Office, I need the spot over here. Do you have anything available today? An office available in the building? Yes. Come on down. See how simple that is, ladies and gentlemen? Go check out Opus Virtual Office. The link is down below. If you do sign up, please use the link down below. So that way you'll waive the admin fee. YG1. It's letters. Y, G as in George, the number 1. YG1. That waives your administrative fees. It's worth it. It's a tax write-off for your LLC. All right. So hopefully that helps you out. We're not just about stocks. We're not a one-trick pony, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes people want to start businesses. They want to buy businesses. They want other things to do besides stock market. But tonight it was Nvidia talk and reasons why you should be buying Nvidia, AMD, TSMC, just for starters. If you want to be in the game. If you'd have been in the game 3 years ago, it would have been a lot better. But it's okay. It's still not over because the revolution has just started. So again, let me do this right here. I hope all these builders in DR get their act together and start building projects on time. This will definitely make people invest more in DR. Otherwise, people will be scared to invest. Well, here's what's going to start happening. I'm just going to tell you right now, I just had an extensive talk with a quote unquote mortgage broker, which you don't need one here, in my opinion. But anyhow, what did the mortgage broker want? I believe he said $100. And then he wants another point somewhere up front or in the back end. I don't remember. But anyhow, it didn't really matter. That wasn't the point. The point was, I need to know how much loans are and what the situation is. And what I'm finding out is, if you have a peso account, you're going to have a higher interest rate than if you have a USD account. And I'm finding out, even if you had a USD account, some of these banks are saying 10%. That's a problem. Because when these property prices start rising, like at Zelea Beach and they want to sell stuff for $350,000 on a, I don't know what their payment plan is, but let's just call it 20, 40, 40, because that seems to be the standard. Now, if you're going to do 40,000 on 300,000, just to get the numbers up on the screen, let me check some things out here. 300,000 times 40%, that should be 120. It's 120,000. You divide that by, let's just say 30 months, which is 2.5 years for first phase. Let's say that's 4,000 a month. So once again, 4,000 a month puts people in a, only certain people are going to pay that for one property. Now, forget about that part. Let's go to the backside. The other 40% due on delivery. And if you're going to finance 120,000 at 10%, that's $12,000 a year in interest. Never mind, we haven't even got to the principal yet. So now our payment could be something like $1,400 per month. That is significant. So why is that significant? Well, let's do some math. I love math. It's the universal language. So now let's just say I'm renting the unit at my favorite number, 1%. $300 because it was 300,000. Okay. 300,000. I mean, not 300,000. $300 per night times 50% occupancy, meaning 180 days. That's 50% occupancy. That's $54,000 a year. You guys can already start understanding. $54,000 a year times 0.75. Why am I doing times 0.75? Because you're giving up 25% for management. Let's just say you're down to 40,500. 40,500. What are our HOAs going to be? Let's just call it, we'll just say $2. And we'll say this is 1,200 square feet. So we're going to be paying $220 HOA times a year. That's $2,400. So now we take away $2,400. We're down to $38,100. Okay. So that's fair enough. We might have a few other expenses, but let's just call it $38,000. Now, if I have the best case scenario right now at a 10% interest rate, and my mortgage payment is going to be $1,400 per month. So now we do 1,400 times 12. That's 16,000. So now we're at 38,000 minus 16,000. Now we're at $22,000. Or divide that by 12. 1,833 profit potentially. All right. So here's the question. Can we rent this for $300 per night? I don't know. What if we can't? And it falls into Conner Rock, Conner Bay area where it's $200 or less. So what if it's a 1-bedroom, 2 bedrooms, that's 1,200 square feet, 1,300 square feet, and they're renting for $150 a night. So we already know we're down to 22,000 if we did that, but 150 a night times 180, that's 27,000. We went from 38,000 down to 27,000, and we went from 38,000 down to 22,000. That's 16,000. So if we have those same numbers, 16 minus 16,000, that means we're down to $11,000 a year, about $900 per month. Some people would say, Eric, I'll take that. I'm just saying that's very cautionary because we're going to subtract 2,200 for HOAs as well. Maybe not, maybe so, but let's just call it 11,000. Okay, it's fine. 11,000, 9,000, 10,000. But your return on your investment is now, if you get that number, which is 150 a night, not 300. Now we got 11,000 divided by 300,000. You got a 3.6 annual return. 3.6%. Now, see, that's where this is going. We can't figure out 3 years from now, 2 years from now, how much the rents are going to be even anywhere. Anywhere. And we don't know if we're going to be able to get 150, 180 room nights rented. But we do know if you need a loan, you're going to be paying $1,400 or more for that property or any $300,000 property that's on a 20, 40, 40 plan. So like right now, it's low season here. May seems to be low season. The end of April was low. Well, it's June now. May was low. June has started off rainy and there's hardly anybody here. It's noticeably different. Go to La Bruja during the day. There's hardly any, 5, 6 couples maybe there versus 2 months ago, there would be almost, 80 to 90% of the restaurant would be full no matter what time of day you went. Terra Negra across the way now. There's hardly anybody in there. It's noticeable difference. When you're walking down the street, there's hardly any crowds around at all. So this is definitely May was definitely low season. June, the beginning of June so far is definitely low season as well. So I'm learning something new. It's almost seemingly like Florida to me. So we will see, but I don't think anybody's doing this 80% occupancy that there's touting that they said. I think it's more like it's going to end up being 180, 50%, 45% occupancy rates here. So we'll find out. A3 Saval, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And he says, hello, fellow investors. Eric, salute. Salute to you, Alex. Thank you so much for being here, man. Thank you so much. Speaking of that, Alex came to the SSN Nation Punta Cana Investors Forum, and we're having another one December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Where do you get tickets? ssnlifestyle.com. $199 for the first 5 tickets sold. After that, they start escalating. That's right. It's on the escalation program now. That's why you got to get in early. All right. And A3 Saval, new video came out on, in fact, I'm going to show this. This is the wave. Mr. and Mrs. Cool own here. A3 Saval owns here. Here's their video. I hate these videos. These guys, they just don't do anything. They don't show us anything. It's like they go by real fast. I'm like, just walk down the street and take like 3 minutes to show what's happening. Look at this. Look at this. This will not be done this year. They're only on the 2nd floor. This thing has either 4 or 5 stories. And they're only on 2. And this isn't even, well, it doesn't matter. This may be the first phase. So this is what is going on. This clearly, they're not going to be done in 6 months, which was one of the first phases, right? This is, again, they're doing hand to hand. So this is another year, best case scenario. They still have another 2.5, maybe 3 floors to go. I think it's 5 floors. Even if it's 4 floors, they have 2 more floors to go, and they still have plumbing, heating. You got to do the interior, not heating, but plumbing, uh, electrical runs, water, and pools to make. So once again, if you missed it, check it out. Let's see if it's on the screen. Yeah, it's full screen. This is the wave. Let's see if we can get this rolling again. There you go. This one's a little better. At least they're walking around, but no pools are being built. I mean, this is clearly not going to be finished in 6 months. Clearly. No way, no how. This is from 5 days ago. So it's on their website. I mean, Instagram. So this, I don't know what to tell anybody. This clearly is not 6 months from here. This won't be done for like another 1.5 years. Clearly. And they weren't working today, I can tell you, because it was raining and storming. Mucho lluvia. Mucho lluvia. A lot of rain. That's what it was. A lot of rain. All right, Paul Castillo. He says 10% interest is highway robbery. This would contribute to a high cost of loan defaults or people selling out. This will definitely turn into a scary real estate market situation. Paul Castillo, here's the situation at hand. That's why I had to bring it up, because I was like, wait a minute, there's a problem on the backside potentially. But here's the, we don't know what's going to happen, unfortunately. That's the thing. So even though right now in today's situation, that's the numbers, but even next year or the year after, they could all of a sudden change up and be like, okay, 7.5% interest. We'll do loan to value. They could easily change up. All it takes is one bank. That's all it takes. Yep. So that's what we're talking about. I saw that video, Eric. That's a tease, haha. But hopefully they pick it up. Yeah, A3 Saval, they're not picking it up. They do hand to hand. You can see how they're building this. There's no machinery happening there. There's no cranes. There's no automation of any sort. That means they need everybody to pull up the rods, the steel rods. They need everybody to put the cement in place. I mean, this is crazy. This is not going to be done for 1.5 years. So that's when the first phase and second phase, I think, was supposed to be done. That was their agreement after they raised people's prices. So now 2024 December and 2026 December is not even a thing. They will not be finishing both. Maybe one, but not both. So mucha lluvia. Yep, mucho lluvia. A lot of rain. Exactly. That's what was happening today, Victor Marrero. That's exactly what was happening, man. It started raining again right now, but hey, it rained. It basically, there's flooding around here, I'm pretty sure. In fact, there was, because they don't have any drains, it was flooded earlier when I came back from downtown. So I just let you know what's happening around here. But yes, this right here is a problem at the moment. So now, not only do you have front end problems of 20%, 40% during construction, and now 40% on the backside, first, you're going to have entry fee problems, because if projects cost more, like in the case of Celia, they're selling out because you know who's going to own there, the wealthy. And Moon Palace has their own vacation club, come to find out, and a bunch of other things. But the wealthy are the ones that's going to benefit from this, because they're going to say, yeah, I'll take that for $300,000. I'll take that for $400,000, because they know the value is going to go up. But in the meantime, ordinary citizens, you can't buy. You're going to pay 40% on 400,000 or 300,000 and have $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month payments. Even if you separate them, that's what you're going to have if it's a 30-month program. I don't know how long it's going to be, but let's just say it's 30 months. If it's 36 months, that's not much relief. Maybe $500 a month relief, but not much. So you're still going to be in that 4,000, 3,500, 4,000, 4,500 up to whatever, 7,000, 8,000, depending on what you buy. There's a unit right now that was available for 697,000. That was about 2,000 square feet, 190 square meters. It's a little over, about 2,010 square feet. But nonetheless, that's over 3,000 per square meter as a purchase price. So that starts getting up there. So just to give people an idea, if you bought a studio, well, it doesn't really matter. But if you bought a unit, studio or one bedroom unit, that is 56 square meters, or just say 50 square meters, we're talking about 3,000 per square meter is 150,000. That's where we're going in a lot of places that have amenities. So by rights, that 2,010 square meter place should cost 600,000 plus, because we're almost at 3,000 per square meter. See how this works? And now you're going to start thinking a 2-bedroom unit that's 75 square meters, which is kind of small. That's 800 and something square meters. That's going to cost you $225K for a 2-bedroom. There's only a few 2-bedrooms you're going to be able to find for less than that. So that's where we're headed. But at the same time, if you're on the backside, have to worry about, even on a $200,000 purchase, 40%, that's 80,000. 80,000 at 10% is $800 per month minimum. To service the principal, you're going to have to pay over probably like $1,000. Your HOA is going to be $150 to $200 a month. You're going to be spending $1,200 a month. You're going to be at $14,000 per year, which doesn't sound like much, but it's actually more than you think, because when you add 25% management fee, if somebody manages it, the rental for you, all of a sudden you need to make over $25,000 a year just to damn near break even. So you got to make more than $2,000 per month. So now all of a sudden you turn into having a 800 square foot place, random. And now, a perfect example, I'm sitting here at a place, which I shouldn't name, but I'm sitting here where they have 1-bedrooms that they sold them for 80, 90,000, but they're only renting anywhere from 45. There was even one for 30 something, because it's low season, up to around 70, 75 per night. But there's hardly anybody here. You can tell. Out of all the buildings, there's there's one, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 5 buildings. Out of 5 buildings, there's probably only about 10 people staying here. 10 to 15 people max. So all I'm saying is there is definitely a low season, regardless of the tourist numbers. There'll be all-time record high tourist numbers coming out probably for the month of May and June and July. But that's not translating into, well, from what I can see where I'm staying, that's not translating into 50 or 60% occupancy. Just so you guys understand. All right. So we will see. Let's go. All right. Let's see what Victor says. I saw a video from Galaxy. They started the 5th floor, finally. Last apartment floor. Then they're starting on top restaurant floor. The entire project is less than 150 units. So we'll buy every other year. Well, if they have their 5th floor plus the amenities floors, which ties to 2 buildings, I think, and then they have to do all the interiors. So I think you're still going to be at least a year, year and a half out. Well, actually, we'll know when they finish the top floor. Let's put it that way, because I don't think they're going to finish the fifth floor and the amenity floor for another probably 7 to 10 months. So we'll see. A3 Saval, I just purchased one of my wholesale deals here in the States with Biz Credit. Going to see if I can rehab it, rent it out, and cash out, refi, and get my initial money back to make another play. That's exactly how you do it, A3 Saval. You got the playbook down. The Biz Credit, though, I'm a little worried about. The interest rate on that. Going to see if you can rehab it, but you have a timeline on your Biz Credit. So you have to start making that payback. So rehab while you have it under the Biz Credit, it depends on the Biz Credit, but I think you might start having to pay that back sooner than when you're going to be when you have your rehab finished. So be very interesting study. Congratulations. That's how you do it, though. We were talking about that just the other day on the last live stream. Credit can save you. He's using Biz Credit, which is his credit. And so he's using other people's money to buy an asset, use that to rehab it. And then when he rents it out, he'll do a cash out refi. So I like it. That's what we're supposed to do. Great job, A3 Saval. That's how you do it, man. Paul Castillo, we think they're building slow now, but watch when hurricane season comes. They'll definitely have a lame excuse to tell owners. There you go, man. Just like today, there's hardly any building today. It was just stormy. Not storming, but it was rainy. Mucha lluvia. That's it. So yeah. Remember, no hurricane of any significance has hit the eastern shore except for that one that kind of rambled through about 3 years ago. So it's overdue, quite frankly, which definitely will put things in the kibosh. Honestly, you'll be lucky breaking even first year. You have to treat this as a business. It takes time to build your customer base. Yes, Victor Barrero, I think the customer base building will be, but Orlando is definitely different than here. So you always have the Disney factor in Orlando. Over here, there is no Disney factor. So there's no reason for anybody to really be here in the summertime because it's so hot during the day, hot during the night. It's like if you stay in, you're going to use AC. If you go out, it's going to be so warm that you don't want to be out anywhere. Even at the water, it's warm. So it makes things very, very difficult to stay in an Airbnb. I could see where people would stay in the all-inclusives. I can easily see that. But when you're out here, it's a whole different vibe because there's hardly that many people around. And again, the atmosphere isn't that energetic vibe that goes, like right now there might be because some club might be open or music might be playing. But nonetheless, that energetic vibe that you had just a month and a half ago is not here. All right. I mean, you got people standing around at restaurants, which is kind of wild. You got the grocery store is not even full, which is great. There's lots of things traffic wise. I love it's much smaller. I mean, there's give and takes, but at the same time, the heat factor is off the charts. Maybe because I'm a California kid, but the heat factor is really, really off the charts. So when Victor Morero says this, treat this as a business, it takes time to build your customer base. Here's what the problem is that I foresee. Staying at these complexes for the Airbnb, doing my research, it won't matter about your customer base because nobody wants to really be here in the month of May and June that I could see so far. That's what I'm saying. I mean, who's ever going to be breaking the record visiting here, they must be staying at the all-inclusives. Why the all-inclusive? Because they have everything. They don't have to leave. Right now, if you're staying at Airbnb, yes, you're going to go. The restaurants are here. The music is here. But you're going to go to the grocery store, get food. You're going to have to fix it versus you could be staying at low season at all-inclusive for like 120, 170, 200 per night. So why stay at even a cheapy $50 per night Airbnb? When for you and another person, 150 a day for 5 or 6 days, you could easily spend 150 a day. Well, I don't know if let me think. If I go to La Bruja for lunch, La Bruja for dinner, no, only about 75, 80 bucks. Can't do it. That's with drinks and full entrees. Yeah, there's no way. I can't get to 150. But nonetheless, you have varieties at the all-inclusives versus fixing your dinner and you heat up the place, because now when you cook, it gets hot. It's crazy. Whole different animal. It's like I'm living in Florida again. It's crazy in the summertime. That's wild. It's even wilder. This is some of the things I forgot about when I lived in Puerto Rico. You know, you forget, you think about all the good times and the great stuff, but I forgot about the June, July, August weather. You know, I forgot about that May, June, July, and August weather. I mean, it's like off the charts. It's like you're automatically baking. It's pretty wild. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to wrap this up because we talked about Nvidia. We talked about real estate investing. We talked about even some of my grievances that I have. And that doesn't mean we're going to give up. We're going to keep striving. You're going to keep striving. Make sure you get your investments down below. In case you joined us, you have not downloaded Robinhood or Webull to get your free shares of stock. Please use the links down below. Also, you can join us on WhatsApp group, the SSN Nation and Lifestyle WhatsApp group. All right. You can come over. You can contact me if you're interested in any real estate. I'm a broker over here with only a few places, but that generally covers a lot of properties. So once again, gonna have to be very, very cautious out here, especially with these price increases on these properties, because I've heard from some of these realtors that it has slowed down. And I started going, of course, if you start doing numbers on 20, 40, 40, even on 120,000. So here's where we're at. Let me do this on the screen. Let me just do Google Calculator so everybody can see it. So when we start going over 200,000 as being some sort of a norm for a 2-bedroom, you're going to start finding out very quickly what the problem's going to be. So if you did something like 220,000, what's happening? Okay, that's cute. Okay, what's happening here? Huh, interesting. Okay, I don't know what that's about, but okay, 220,000 times 40%, that's 88,000. And if you got something like 30 months, I keep staying in that 30 months, whoops, divided by 30, here's where we are. This is where we're at. $3,000 per $2,933 per month. That's on a 220,000 on a 20, 40, 40 plan. So now 3,000 a month. A lot of people don't want to spend 3,000 per month. But let's say there's going to be less amount of people doing that. But now you can easily see the problem when the prices start getting to 250, because this is where penthouse units are now. 250,000 for 2-bedroom penthouses that may only be 800, 900 square feet. And then they might have a 700 square foot terrace up top. So when you start doing 250,000 times 40%, that's 100,000, right? That's 100,000. 100,000 divided by 30, 3333. Your payment's 3333. And that's on a 2-bedroom, 2-bath penthouse unit or 2-bedroom, 2-bath regular unit nowadays. You could be from 200 to 250. And then if you do something like it's Solea, now all of a sudden, it gets real crazy because you're going to have $120,000 on a 30-month payment plan. And now you're at $4,000 per month during construction. So that puts a lot of people out of this game. So here's the WhatsApp link. Come join us over there. You can talk to me there, talk to other like-minded individuals who have invested here in the Dominican Republic and around the world. This isn't the only place. All right. So just keep that in mind. There's other places, but now there has to be a crunch. So luckily, some people, it might be a blessing that there wasn't delivery of units, because if this is going to be a 10% or 9% area where you're going to have to pay out, you can't afford a 50% rental occupancy rate. You need more than 50%. So in the high season, you might have to take advantage, right? You might have to take some sort of advantage about, well, you're going to have to get as many rentals as possible from January, February, March, and into mid-April. And then December as well, at the end of December, the last 2 weeks. These are the type of things you're going to have to take advantage of. Get those rentals, because the rest of the year, you don't know what's going to happen, especially out here. Now, if you're going to talk about being, like we have Connor Rock already out there, which is next to Hard Rock. We really don't have too many other properties that have built condos on all-inclusive resort locations. So we don't have really any way to test it out and see what's happening. But so far, I don't like what I have seen at Connor Rock, simply because people have had to spend $200,000 for a 2-bedroom, but you can't rent for $200 per night at the moment. That could change though. But at the moment, that's what we're talking about. 2-bedroom units are anywhere from $80 a night on up to $150 generally. Now, Vista Cana, they're getting more and more units online there, but their amenities are the man-made beach, the fishing lake, the Vista Cana Beach Club, the golf course. That's what's there right now. The sports complex, not in. The second man-made beach, not in. The commercial zones and commercial areas, not in. So there's lots of things that are not in. The hotel, condo hotel, Chuckham is not in. So we will see. Here we go. All right. Eric, one of the cards I use, 0% April. All right. 0% interest for 12 months. Very well done. Some people don't realize that's the ones you look for first. If you're going to do what he's talking about doing, A3 Saval is talking about buying property, then doing rehab. That's how you do it. You got to have the zeros. And if you have the 0 to 14 months, that's even better. If you have the 0% for 18, that's even better. But 14 or 12 months in itself helps you out, because you can have a rehab schedule of less than 12 months and then still have it up for rent. And then that's how you're going to pay it back. So it works out pretty good. Trying to think, some of those 0% cards sometimes want you to pay some sort of small amount during the month, but nonetheless. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm getting a little tired. I'm under a little stress, a little duress, and I can't sleep real good. I'm having the AC on almost all night. It's crazy. I'm not an AC person. I really don't like Freon and all that, but it is what it is. All right. So if anybody has anything else they want to talk about, please do so now. Everybody on podcast, everybody around the world on other platforms, make sure you smash the like button, the follow button, the heart button, and subscribe no matter where you are. That would be greatly appreciated. And if you'd like to become a member of the podcast channel, that would be greatly appreciated. Or the YouTube channel, that would be greatly appreciated. All right. So just keep all of that in mind. And remember, if you guys ever need any questions, you can ask them in the chat room on any live stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Or you can always hit me up at support@stopstrugglingnow.com. You heard me say support@stopstrugglingnow.com. Now, there is something else that I can add, because we did have Brian P. asking me about emails, because he sends me emails. He sends me some updates. about financial news and updates throughout the day. And I love it because I am very, very busy. So therefore, it's always good to have somebody send you some updated information. And we talk about it sometimes. So it's only worth, because he mentioned it 3 or 4 times, so he probably sent me something new. And there is one thing that's new that we need to check out because I forgot about it. Where is it? This one. China dumps 101 trillion in U.S. Treasuries in 12 months as Fed governor dismisses imminent demise. Okay, that's cute. Fed sue Hyundai for allegedly working 13-year-old up to 60 hours a week. I told you guys. I just mentioned this on Friday about how the United States government used to have people underage working, and it's probably going to come back. Here we are already. Here goes something right now coming back that Brian P. sent me. Just talking about this on Friday live stream. That is funny. This is so funny. Ground beef recall. This is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So, yeah, I got some of those. This is very, very interesting. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the all notification bell. I love you guys very much, but I'm about to wrap this up. We got to go slay some more dragons tomorrow. That's all I can tell you. But great job, A3 Saval. And once again, December 2nd, 3rd, 4th, come down to the DR. I'll be here. I generally haven't spoken too much when we've had these Punta Cana Investors Forum. But at the end of this year, I will invoke my executive privilege and I will actually have a little meeting before we go out and talk this next time. And also because we may go see some projects, and those projects sometimes have special deals for us. So again, you guys have to be on your toes. If you plan on investing is one thing. You should be prepared. You should know your numbers. You should understand how much you want to spend before you think about investing. And you want to think about what amenities, where the place is located, and all of that should come into your head saying, this is where I want to be around. This is what amenities I'm looking for because I'm looking for this price point to rent. You have to have amenities to rent. If you just have what this place has, it's just a condo and a pool. There may be a fitness center here, a fitness room here somewhere. I don't know where it is, but let's just say there is a fitness room and a pool. You're not going to get high-end rental prices. Let's just face facts. All right. Like I said, where I'm staying at, it's like $35 a night to around $75 per night right now. 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom. There are no studios here. So all I'm saying is this is what we're talking about. So can you afford to buy a 1 bedroom at 150, 140 with just a pool, a fitness room only? No, because you won't get that vaunted 1%. We need 1%. You need 1%. Why? Because if it was free and clear, that means you're going to make around 15 to 20% every year. You could sustain the 1% at 50% occupancy rate. You'll still sustain a profit. But if you have to finance, that 10% number puts a hurting on you. That means you're going to drop your rate of return under double digits. So we could be 6, 5, 4, which is still a return. But I'm just saying we want higher for you. We don't want you to just get a condo with a pool, all right, and a fitness room, because that value now needs your location to be something spectacular. So with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what Paul Castillo says. Eric, do you think it might be better to buy already built properties than pre-construction? No. Well, it doesn't matter. It's up to each his own. All I'm saying is you're still going to have a loan unless you're going to pay in full. So it doesn't really matter. You're still going to have a 10% loan or higher if you do the peso account. That means you're going to be 13% or 12%. That'd be insane. So, yeah, it's not going to change the numbers for you. Oh, the other part, the reason why it's not going to change the numbers for you is because you're still going to have a 60 to 70% loan. You're not doing they're not doing 10% down. You can forget that. It's 20% down or more. So you're still going to have, but you're going to have a 10, 11, 12, 13% on a $300,000, $250,000 note. You're going to be paying $3,000 per month. And if you have an HOAs, you're going to be well into the 3,000. So that's what you're talking about trading off for if you buy already built. So the prices start increasing, that's going to reduce the buyer's pool. How do you slow down the real estate market? Well, you don't have lending companies that can lend you money based on loan to value. You can't do refinancing where you can pull money out. That means it's not going to be conducive to a run up on the real estate values, which could be a good thing because that means people still have a chance to get in while it's still cheap. Because once you start getting into the 300s for everything, now you're blocking pretty much. Everybody's happy with what they have. So that's why we talked about it for 3-4 years. And this is the last year you're going to be able to get OC pricing of 200,000, 170,000, 150,000 after this year. I believe everything, even studio units, are going to be like 190, 200, 220. That's where I think it's going for pre-construction. But here's the weirdest part. You can get regular constructed properties potentially for less. But how old are they? 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 12 years? How much upkeep and maintenance do they need? All these questions are going to come into play if you get older units already established. So just keep all that in mind. Now, I'm going to have to get out of here. I'm feeling a little tired. I've been getting up very early because I've been needing to be on the phone and get some things done. So I want to thank everybody again. I love you guys very much. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And the reason we have these discussions about all the assets that you should be buying and ways you should be thinking is because it's hard out here. It's going to get harder. So therefore, you have to be able to control some part of what's going to happen. And so how do you do that? You buy businesses, you create businesses, you have your own passive incomes. That's what you can do. Because when you get in the situation where I have a crunch right now, where I'm relying on 5 or 6 different entities to send me my money, and they're sitting there like, well, whatever excuses, that's a problem. Big problem. All right. So just keep all that in mind. So with all that said, make sure you stay calm. A lot of people are stressed. A lot of people are depressed. You just never know what somebody's going through. So they may be reacting crazy to you, but just try to deal with it. Keep your level head. Don't get caught up because there's a lot of people that are under stress. So with all that said, make sure you keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.